Hey, welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. You know what that means? I have officially made it for 1 whole week, and that is freaking awesome. I don't think I've ever consistently done something like this for a full week before. Usually I give up in like a matter of a day. I'm like, oh, it worked. And then I just leave it alone. So yay. Congrats. We're gonna, I hope that was applause. I think it was. If not, I'll add in some applause here because yay. Anyway, I don't do that quite often. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Well, today I want to do a little bit overview of iHog. A couple, right when I started my channel, someone had asked to do an overview of how iHog is actually working, because that is my only paid app on the App Store. The other app has, please excuse any random dog noises. The other app is free upfront, and there's a tip jar inside it. So people can give me money, but that doesn't mean they will give me money. So iHog is actually paid upfront, so there is a cost to it. It's $1.99 in the App Store right now. I'm considering raising the prices for iHog from $1.99 to maybe $2.99 or $3.99, purely out of the fact that I am no longer working at the company. It can probably start to make a little bit more money on its own. If I do that, I'm probably going to get rid of the in-app purchases and just go to a tip jar model, or go free and unlock the whole app with tip jarring, with a in-app purchase unlock. But besides that, I'd have to figure out how to backdate everyone and all that fun stuff. Or I just call it done here. I nix updating the app where it is and re-release a big version 2. It's a lot to think about. But I figured I'd do a check-in on where iHog is, though, because like I said, it is paid up front. It does have some in-app purchases that you unlock extra features for, and it does have a tip jar. So we might as well just go over how it's done recently. If you're not familiar with iHog, let's go check out its website real quick. Okay, so here's iHog's website. It's actually a decent website. It's on Squarespace. So the website itself costs $150 a year plus a $20 domain for it. So so at the end of the day, I pay about $107 to keep this up and going on the App Store. I keep the website up and going for $170. I want it to look a bit more professional, so I went with the Squarespace site and not just a GitHub pages, stuff like that, because I didn't want to put in the time to do that, to be honest, to code it up myself. This is just the features. It's used to control a Hog 4 console. So if you don't know what that is, that's a computer dedicated to the lighting industry. It controls lights at concerts and stuff like that. So this is basically a wireless remote app for that. Features, great. It's just going through the features, stuff like that. So let's go see how much it is real quick. It is $1.99 on the App Store. iPhone and iPad only. There is a different version for each. So I worked really hard to make sure that the screens will switch and rotate and such as needed. And it's nice. It gives it's a decent, it's nice. It does give a good user experience, I would say. And then I have this other app here, the Universe Converter for ArtNet. This was my first app. It's free, no subscriptions or anything. And the only thing is you can put in money in a tip jar. So let's hop in and actually see some numbers first. I'm going to start off with units throughout the whole year of iHog. I figured this would be a good time because then we can see almost from the beginning of 2021 to the end of 2021. Basically, it's almost a full year at this point. So of course, there's more free apps that are used. They're both for the lighting industry, but there's more free apps are downloaded. So 138 for the Universe Converter. So we have 101 downloads or units sold, actual units sold for the whole year. This is actually pretty decent. If we go back to last year, I had 200 units sold, which is also kind of amazing that there were 200 units actually sold for this app, because last year the pandemic hit and that took out the entire entertainment industry completely, 100%. So I was actually quite surprised. that there were 200 units and 195 units. Like they all must have happened right at the beginning when everyone thought there were going to be shows, and then there weren't. Everything else you see in here are in-app purchases. So either tipping, which is what this like tier 1 is, or unlocking features, which is what this FP1 is, feature pack 1. So proceeds, as of right now, I've made about $243. So it's almost to the point of fully covering itself in the App Store, which is exactly what I wanted it to be priced at. So with it being $1.99 plus having some feature packs and some tipping, it looks like it's going to cover, you know, its costs in the App Store and cover the cost for putting Universe Converter in the App Store. If it's covering its costs, it's barely doing enough for me to want to also keep working at it. Because like my time is money at this point. Like I have other interests. I'm trying to get another app on the App Store. I'm not, this is going to sound selfish, but I'm also not doing a lot of lighting programming. So I'm not actually using this app a lot. I'm starting to run into other issues like testing and such is getting harder for me to do. So like I'm really hitting a wall, and like I know raising costs might mean it's not necessarily the best thing for me to do, but like it shows that there's more people interested in it besides just like the cheap app to get to control your console. There's another, believe it or not, there is another app that does basically the same thing that costs $10 upfront, and then they have some in-app purchases also. So it's very, very close to doing exactly what I do. I don't have the best design, but I do, like, a lot of people know me from like my previous job, which is great, but like I do need to be better. I do need to get it updated, and like there's crashes that are happening and I need to spend time doing that. But with it barely breaking even on the App Store to just keep itself like afloat, that want to do it is slightly gone. So I've been thinking about restructuring how the app is, like the monetary part of this app. Because right now I have features that are hidden behind a paywall. So like basically what you get, so like basically I have like inside a show file, you can actually access like different custom screens that are behind the paywall. Like they're just there. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if that is actually worth it. Like as a customer, as a user, to just pay for that. I don't think it is. But then, you know, it might be. I mean, people are paying for it, obviously. Like we have these FP1s and people have paid like $10. $10 is the highest. So like basically how I have the in-app purchases for this feature pack is it's kind of like a pay what you want model, anywhere from 99 cents is the low, right? 99 cents USD to the highest being, I believe, $9.99. With that being the highest that you can actually pay, some people do it. I mean, it's been a decent like in-app purchase that people have used, but I really think if I just averaged it out, set it at $5.99, called it done, and just let people like a tip jar if they want to, and on every update, like that would probably end up being better. Honestly, like, and then like upselling that tip jar in there, so it would be like slightly better. I think that would be more reoccurring. And the whole reason, like I said, is to get me more motivated to work on it. My motivation to work on this app has gone really downhill lately. And I really think it's because I'm not really working with the product anymore, and I'm not really programming with it. So like my inclination to want it to work better is like real low. If a lot more people were purchasing it and downloading it and using it, then I would probably, and it was the only thing I had to do. I wasn't running the YouTube channel. I wasn't I mean, I could still be Twitch streaming, but I wasn't running the YouTube channel. I wasn't working, and this was like my full-time job. Then yeah, 100% I'd keep it as it is and just work on it, and it would be no problem. Like that's what I would do. But unfortunately, like it's not, and like I have to pick and choose, and the priority of iHog is super duper low right now. I want to get my wheels out. I want to get, I'm doing Vlogmas, all that kind of stuff. Like the priority of iHog is super low on the wants that I want to do. So yeah, that's basically where iHog is standing right now. It's kind of like in a very, very low key maintenance mode. And then eventually it will get out of maintenance mode and it back into development. And once it gets back into development, we'll probably have more to talk about how I plan on restructuring how I plan on restructuring the app offerings. That is it for this Vlogmas. If you liked this video or you want to see something more, or if you have any other questions about like how I'm making money on the App Store, how I decided that the paid upfront and the in-app purchase unlock was the way to go, then let me know. Drop a comment below. If you liked this video, leave it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to see me work on any of these apps or you want to ask me questions live, then check me out on Twitch, twitch.com/MeganWilson_. Some of the videos I do, like any of my educational type videos, I'm starting to record live on Twitch. So please follow me there. And if you want to see the unedited version of some of my educational videos, then become a patron at patreon.com/MeganWilson_. And finally, make sure to join the Discord because that is where you can find me and some other cool people where we talk about app development, keyboards, anything else Apple related. Like we talk about all of that there. Links to everything are in the description below, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye.